Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please click that subscribe button. I think it's down here or up here somewhere, but definitely subscribe to my channel. I have noticed in my analytics that most of the people that watch my video are not subscribed, so go subscribe so that you don't miss any of my new videos. Also hit the little bell beside the subscribe button so that you can get notified every time I upload a new video. So let's get into today's video. I am going to be reading Lover Deluxe album version number 4. This is the final one of all 4 deluxe albums. Sad it's coming to an end. This is basically my second time reading these, and I have enjoyed them just as much as the first time. So let's get started. And even though I did read the foreword for the album on my package opening when I showed you guys when I first got these, I opened them up, and I believe I showed all of the pictures in them up close, as well as the posters that come in them. And I believe I showed the CD, and I did read the foreword on that as well. If you want to just go ahead and watch that video to see things more up close, you can click the iCard up above, or it's just that little circle with the eye. Or you can click the link down below to go to that video. But I think just for my own reasons, I guess, I feel like to do the final journal, I want to reread the foreword, because there is something about this letter that she wrote in the foreword that just gets me every time. There's so many things that she says in it that just feels like she's speaking to me. Like, so many things that were going on the week of the album release in my life, she basically like touched upon in this foreword. And I remember the first time I read the foreword, it took me a long time to get through it, because I had to keep stopping because I was crying so much, because her words meant so much to me. And this is one of the other things that I love so much about Taylor Swift, is that I feel like she says exactly what's on my mind. Like, I don't know how she does it, but it's like everything she talks about is so relatable, and she always says these things and these motivational things right in the moment that I need to hear those in my life. And I feel like she gives me a voice, you know, for things that I'm going through or feeling that I can't quite express as well. Her songs, her lyrics, her words in her speeches and her forewords, like, they all just like they're a way for me to express what I'm feeling in a way that I could never do it as well. But anyways, so we're going to start off by rereading the foreword, then I'm going to get into her journal entries. So, when I found my old diaries from my childhood and teen years, they were covered in dust. I'm not just saying that for poetic effect. They were truly dusty, with pictures drawn of first day of school outfits and inspirational quotes I used to retrace over and over to get me through doubtful moments. I'd practice my autograph and tape my guitar picks to the pages. In the entries I daydreamed on paper, I mused about who might ask who to the dance, or how nervous I was singing the national anthem at the local baseball game. I frequently and drastically changed my opinions on love, friends, confidence, and trust. I vented described memories in detail, jotted down new song ideas, and questioned why I would ever even try to shoot for a career I had such a small chance of ever attaining. But what shocked me the most was how often I wrote about the things I loved. Writing a new song, riding in the car with my mom, the purple pink sky above the soccer field on the walk home, the one night in middle school when none of my friends were fighting, the dazzle of opal necklaces I couldn't afford gleaming from a department store jewelry case. I wrote about tiny details in my life in these diaries from a bygone age with such wonderment, intrigue, romance. I noticed things and decided they were romantic, and so they were. In life, we grow up and we encounter the nuanced complexities of trying to figure out who to be, how to act, or how to be happy. Like invisible smoke in the room, we wonder what kind of anxiety pushes you forward and what kind ruins your ability to find joy in your life. We constantly question our choices, our surroundings, and we beat ourselves up for our mistakes. All the while, we crave romance. We long for those rare enchanting moments when things just fall into place. Above all else, we really, really want our lives to be filled with love. I've decided that in this life, I want to be defined by the things I love, not the things I hate, the things I'm afraid of, or the things that haunt me in the middle of the night. Those things may be my struggles, but they're not my identity. I wish the same for you. May your struggles become an audible background noise behind the loud, clear voices of those who love and appreciate you. Turn those voices up in the mix of your head. May you take notice of the things in your life that are nice and make you feel safe, and maybe even find wonderment in them. May you write down your feelings and reflect on them years later, only to learn that all the trials and tribulations you thought might kill you didn't. I hope that someday you forget that pain ever existed. And I hope that if there is a lover in your life, it's someone who deserves you. If that's the case, I hope you treat them with care. This album is a love letter to love itself. All the captivating, spellbinding, maddening, devastating red, blue, gray, golden aspects of it. That's why there are so many songs. In honor of fever dreams, bad, bad boys, confessions of love on a drunken night out, Christmas lights still hanging in January, guitar string scars on my hand, false gods and blind faith, memories of jumping into an icy outdoor pool, creaks in the floorboards, and ultraviolet morning light, finally finding a friend and opening the curtains to see the clearest, brightest daylight after the darkest night. We are what we love. This is Lover, Taylor. I just love that so much. I love that so much. And then there's pictures of her at age 16, 15, and 14. And again, this journal belongs to Taylor Swift. So on the first page we have here, this is October 12th, 2006. And it is the Comin' with the Rain lyrics. I could go back to every laugh, but I don't want to go there anymore. And she just did like these little drawings. Okay, the next one is March 23rd, 2003, 13 years old. Okay, where did I leave off? Friday. Okay, on Friday in school, we had a code red drill. That's when someone comes into the school and everybody gets freaked out and the teachers move all the students to the back of the room and turn off the lights. That night, I had to babysit Austin while Mom and Dad went to a Vonda Shepherd concert. Saturday, Mom and I got up early to... Taylor, I'm telling you, girlfriend, some of your writing, I can't make out. I got up early to go to To go to Nashville for an hour and a half voice lesson. On the way, we listened to a CD that Mom bought from the concert the night before. It was this band called Sugarland, and the lead singer is this girl that's really good. I like their one song called Baby Girl. June 24th, 2003, 13 years old. Hey, diary, I got a record deal. RCA Records in Nashville wants to give me a development deal. We were taking Sassy to the airport late, and when we headed home, we stopped at a Taco Bell. My manager called us on Mom's cell, and she gave the phone to me. He had Dad on a conference call. He started out by saying, well, we got follow-ups on all of the labels, and they think you need a couple years to grow so they can put you on the radio, except for RCA, who wants to sign you. Congratulations. I was going crazy. I cried. I guess I never really expected to get one. It's a development deal, but those are the only details we have. I told a bazillion people we were making CDs for a New Hampshire concert. I have Friday till 2 a.m. tonight. Record deal, RCA baby. Now, so she was with them, but then it was a development deal, and they didn't want to, I don't know, it was like, she wasn't going to have as much like creative freedom, I believe, is what I remember from the story. And they weren't going to have her like really put out anything until she was like 18. And she didn't want to wait that long. So they ended up leaving and going to this other thing, which I don't know if that was addressed in one of the other diary entries or if it's going to end up being in this one. But April, this feels like 2 pages. No, it's 1 page. April 20th, 2004, 14 years old. Hey, I love school. Today was the talent show. It was at 9:30 a.m. in front of the whole school. I was toward the end. When it was my turn, I sang Beautiful Eyes on my 12-string koa. It went well. I got a standing ovation and everything. After school, Mom and I went to Nashville and met at the label. I played Angelina and Beautiful Eyes for them. Never heard the song Angelina. It must be one that was never recorded. I wonder what it sounds like. They told us that we have to pay for any demos we make before the deal. We didn't know about that. Afterward, we went to RCA Cafe. The people who played were really good, and I want to write with a girl named Liz Rose who played. October 18th, 2006, 16 years old. She wrote at the top, Media Base 14, Billboard 17. I'm thinking that's maybe like where her song was on the charts at that time. She writes in big capital letters, oh my God, I am on the Rascal Flatts tour. I got the call yesterday and screamed louder than I can ever remember screaming before. I'm opening up for the last 9 dates of their tour. I'm so excited. My first Rascal show is tomorrow night in Omaha, Nebraska. I am so excited. April 8th, 2007, 17 years old. And it says she wrote this on a plane. I'm on the plane on the way to LA because we're playing the opening day for the Dodgers tomorrow. Yeah, it's Easter. I packed for LA and we, Mom and I, went to the airport. At the gate, I got recognized by all these girls on a softball team and this couple whose daughters love my CD. It happens everywhere I go now. At lunch it happened 5 times. So I signed the team's autographs and took pictures. Then they asked me to play a song, not thinking I'd say yes. So Emily, Grant, Ben, and I pulled out our instruments and played our song and Teardrops on My Guitar right there in the airport terminal. Ha! It was fun. Now we're just sitting here on the plane doing nothing. It's exactly a week till the CMT Music Awards, and I am so nervous. July 12, 2009, 19 years old. Today was a wonderful day, and not because of some massive career accomplishment or award show. It wasn't about world domination or another #1 song. Today was just wonderful. Today was simple and perfect, because today was just me and my mom driving around looking at antiques in little antique shops, talking about what chandelier should go in the foyer and if this cabinet would look right in the guest room. We stopped for ice cream cones and it started raining hard while we were shopping, so we had to run back to the car, getting soaked and screaming. We met up with Dad and Austin for dinner at Kabuto? Can't make out the writing. But the best part of the day was just driving around with Mom. Correction, riding around with my mom with a bunch of antiques clanking together in the trunk. I just kept thinking, when I'm 90 years old, reliving the good old days, I doubt I'll look back on the #1 parties as fondly and as frequently as I'll look back on today. Wearing red lipstick for no reason, Mom in her black t-shirt and wet hair, driving around talking about which chandelier should go in the foyer. February 13th, 2010, 20 years old. Adelaide on an airplane. My horoscope said today, someone new is going to come into the picture and change my life in an exciting way. Plus, it's the 13th, so it has to be true, right? Right? Well, I don't see it happening in the form of meeting someone. Maybe I'll get an email or a call from someone fantastic and life-changing. Or maybe I won't. That's more likely. I've been obsessing over the new album. I always do that until it's just right. I don't know if I have the formula just right for this one yet. I know there are great songs. I just need to figure out the strands that bond them together into a great album. And I will obsess until it's there. This album, any album, is the next 2 years of my life. It has to be more than amazing. It has to be great enough to keep my attention for 2 years. March 2011, All Too Well lyrics, final draft. Yeah, this was the final draft. So yeah, this is just basically the lyrics to All Too Well. You can go and listen to the song. Nothing's changed here. Yeah. Okay, and it is not the 10-minute one. We were all hoping to get the lyrics to the 10-minute version of the song that we've never heard before. But it's the one on the album. Anywho, October 30th, 2011, 21 years old, written in Nashville. Tonight we played in Memphis. I've had a chest infection for the last few days, so singing has been so hard. Last night, my voice kept quitting on me, going all raspy, or just not being able to reach the high notes. I almost canceled tonight's show, but I made it through. I went into a few coughing fits tonight, but I sounded better than last night. We already played 3 shows in Nashville, Knoxville, Louisville, Lexington. We only have 9 shows left on this tour, and I am ready for a break. I've written 2 songs in the last few days. I want to record them so bad, but my voice is shot from being so run down. I'm just so glad to have a few days off. Okay, 2. Guess what I'm doing tomorrow? Getting a kitten. I've wanted a cat for so long, and I'm finally doing it. I love Scottish folds. I look up internet videos of them. They're so cute and love humans. So I'm going to get this little kitten tomorrow morning, and I'm naming her Meredith Gray, because she's gray. December 3rd, 2013, 23 years old, written in Sydney, Australia. We played 3 shows in Auckland, New Zealand, and they went so well. I was a little worried I wouldn't be able to snap right back into this show, but I actually feel like I'm putting on better shows. What? I feel like I'm putting on better shows now. My posture, my movement, it's all so much more pronounced, and I finally feel in control of my legs and feet. Ella, Lord, came and hung out with me the day of the first show at my hotel, and we caught up. Today we all flew to Sydney. Christmas is right around the corner, so I've been obsessing over what to get Austin. And I decided on a sentimental gift, rounding up all the hilarious texts and memes that he sent me in the last year and putting them in a scrapbook called Shit My Brother Says. Shit My Brother Says. So I got a printer and worked on the book all day in my room instead of going out. Tomorrow is the show. Okay. We still have quite a few entries, a couple more entries to go. So we have like 3 more entries left. January 6, 2014, 24 years old in LA. So I've decided I want to look at places in New York. I know I went through this phase months ago, but it has to mean something that I've circled back to it, right? You know what they say, if you love something, let it go, and if it comes back, blah, blah, blah. So I'm leaving the day after tomorrow. Dating is awful. Love is fiction, a myth. I'm over it all. March 24th, 2014, 24 years old in New York. So, in the last few weeks, I've completely moved into my apartment in Tribeca. That's right, I'm writing this from my new bed in my new place, watching Law and Order with Meredith, strangely. I've never felt more busy. Or strangely, I've never felt more busy. And then the final one, January 3rd, 2017. I get all scared about the future because so much has changed in the last year of my life. I mean, this time last year, I was living in LA, getting ready for the Grammys, and now I'm essentially based in London, hiding out, trying to protect us from the nasty world that just wants to ruin things. We have been together, and no one has found out for 3 months now. I want it to stay that way because I don't want anything about this to change or become too complicated or intruded upon. But it's senseless to worry about someday not being happy when I am happy now. Okay, breathe. And so that was written when she was 27 years old. So this was when she first started dating her current boyfriend, Joe. So according to her, they had been together 3 months at this point, and that was January 3rd, 2017. So they've been together like 3 years now. So they're still going strong and they're happy, and I'm so happy for her. Yeah, and then the last page has like a picture of her with Meredith. It's a really like funny like picture. I guess I'll show you them, even though I have them on that other video I referred you guys to. So here is, there's that picture. There's this one of her in like a blanket. There is Taylor and her brother Austin, and she's done like little doodles around here. Where's the heart? Right there. And then this is her with Meredith. Look at her face in this one. It's funny. And Meredith is sitting really funny. And then there's this one that says, smile, you're going to be alone forever. This is in her mirror. All you need is love and a cat, or something like that. And then there's her doing yoga or something, and then her on a beach right there. Yeah. And then the poster is this one. It's nice. Lover. And she's got the pink hair tips and that. So there we have it. That concludes reading Taylor Swift's Diaries. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I love it. I've kept diaries since I was 10 years old myself. And it's just, again, another way that I relate to her. I've always kept diaries. I still do. I think I just started diary number 35. I started when I was 10. I'm 38 now. And so I find it fascinating to read what kind of things she wrote about in her diary. Obviously, you know, I can't relate to being in the music business aspect, but when she writes about like love or friendship or her family or, you know, just like regular day-to-day life stuff, like I relate to that. I wrote about stuff like that in my diary. I vented and complained about boyfriends and breakups and fights that I had with my school friends, my girlfriends. You know, like I vented about, you know, family. I talked about good things that happened, bad things that happened. Like, I just, you know, so I always find it fascinating to read other people's diaries just to see, like, if, you know, like, if I can relate in any way. It's just, to me, it's just fascinating. Maybe for some people it's boring, but I absolutely love it. And I'm sure all of you Swifties out there who were not able to purchase these deluxe albums, hopefully you appreciated being able to hear them here on my channel. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching this series of videos. We're finished them. And yeah, we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.